Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Cycle on Global TV, live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Uyag Mofebe. President Bola Tinubu has asked the Senate to screen and confirm 11 justices recommended for the Supreme Court bench. Tinubu's request was contained in a letter read by the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, during plenary on Wednesday. The National Judicial Council, NJC, recommended 11 nominees to Tinubu for their appointment of Supreme Court justices, pending their confirmation by the Senate. The NJC made the recommendation after receiving a list of 22 nominees to fill the vacant positions at the Supreme Court following the death and resignations of some justices. The recommended justices are Samani Haruna Samani, Northeast, who chaired the Presidential Election Petition Court, Justice Mo Adume; South-South, Justice Jumai Sanke; North Central, Justice Chidebere Uwa; Southeast, and Justice Chioma Wonsu Eheme, Southeast, among others. Vice President Kashif Shettima has encouraged Nigerian youths to be more committed to building the nation. Shettima, represented by the Special Advisor to the President on Economic Matters, Office of the Vice President, Dr. Fasua, was addressing the graduates of the Leadership Enhancement and Development Program, LEAD-P. He said they should see every opportunity, such as the LEAD-P, as a call to serve more effectively, affirming that leadership challenges are changing and becoming more complex in present times. The federal government has confirmed the commencement of operations at the Port Harcourt Refining and Petrochemical Company in Rivers State. It announced that the facility commenced operations on December 20, 2023, as the first phase of work at the plant had been completed, adding that refined petroleum products will start flowing from the refinery after the Christmas break. The government had earlier in the year repeatedly stated that the Port Harcourt refinery would begin operations before the end of 2023. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Hannington Lapobiri, who held members of the refinery steering committee to inspect the facility, congratulated the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and Nigerians in general for the feat. And now to judicial matters. The Supreme Court today reserved judgment in the appeal by Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano State, challenging the ruling of the appeal court that sacked him from office. Justice Yang Okoro led 5-member panel of judges reserved their decision after hearing closing arguments from both parties. Yusuf and the New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, had filed an appeal against the Court of Appeal's November 17 ruling, which declared the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Yusuf Gawuna, the winner of the March 26, 2023 governorship poll. Zamfara State's government has budgeted the sum of 424.3 billion naira for the 2024 fiscal year. Presenting the budget before the State House of Assembly, Governor Dauda Lawal said his administration would give priority attention to security, health, and education. He also promised to end banditry in the state, which he said was responsible for the snail speed of development. The National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has lauded President Bola Tinubu for the 2023 Utah season transport discounts. The president of the association, Pedro Obi, gave the commendation in a statement issued on Wednesday in Enugu while appreciating Tinubu's commitment to the welfare of Nigerians. Obi said the decision demonstrated Tinubu's commitment to the welfare of the citizens and showcased a proactive step towards alleviating the burdens being faced by travelers. Meanwhile, in line with President Bola Tinubu's directive, the Nigerian Railway Corporation, NRC, has announced commencement of free train service on its entire passenger services from today, December 21, to January 4, 2024, both days inclusive. NRC, in a statement signed by its management, said passengers are advised to obtain their free tickets via the online e-ticketing platforms only. It says tickets will not be issued at any of the corporation's train stations. NRC said no commuter will be allowed to board the train without a ticket. You're watching the news cycle from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using our Global TVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. When news cycle returns, youth unemployment increased to 7.2% in Q2. That's according to the National Bureau of Statistics. The news continues shortly with details of these and more stories for you right after this short break. Please stay with us. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of News Cycle with Uyag Mofwegwe. On the foreign scene, voters in DR Congo are due to go to the polls again today in a general election marked by severe logistics troubles that meant some polling stations never opened. The impoverished but mineral-rich Central African nation staged 4 concurrent elections on Wednesday to pick a president, national and regional lawmakers, as well as local councillors. However, the votes on Wednesday was marked by massive delays nationwide, with the Electoral Commission still attempting to deliver materials to voting stations long after polls were meant to have opened. In some cases, polls never opened, leaving people unable to cast their ballots. 12 people have lost their lives, while 13 others were injured in a mining accident in northeast China. The incident took place at 3:50 p.m. local time on Wednesday at a coal mine on the outskirts of Jishi City in Heilongjiang province. The accident, which involved a vehicle in the mine's inclined shaft, caused 12 deaths and injured 13, and the injured are reported to have all been sent to hospital for treatment. A 70-year-old man, Glenn Simons, has been exonerated after a United States judge ruled that he was not involved in the crime he was accused of and jailed for. Simons had served 48 years, 1 month and 18 days, almost half a century, in prison for the murder of Caroline Rogers during a liquor store robbery in an Oklahoma City suburb. In an order on Tuesday, Oklahoma County District Judge Amy Palumbo exonerated Simons. Says the court found by clear and convincing evidence that the offense for which Simons had been convicted, sentenced, and imprisoned was not committed by him. And now time to talk some business. The unemployment rates among youth aged between ages of 15 to 24 increased to 7.2% in the second quarter of 2023. The National Bureau of Statistics has said it was contained in a report titled Nigeria Labor Force Statistics Report Q2 2023, released today by the NBS. The Bureau also said that Nigeria's unemployment rate increased to 4.2% from 4.1% recorded in Q1, indicating an increase of 0.1%. The NBS said it enhanced its methodology of collecting labor market data through the Nigeria Labor Force Survey in line with International Labour Organization guidelines, and the unemployment rate is defined as the share of the labor force who are not employed but who are actively searching and are available for work. The Federal Capital Territory Revenue Service has disclosed that it generated about 203 billion naira in 2023, representing a 63% increase from the 124 billion naira it generated in 2022. Acting chairman of the service, Haruna Abdullahi, disclosed at a news conference in Abuja on Wednesday, where he also revealed that the service hopes to generate about 250 billion naira in 2024. Abdullahi said the revenue tax collection of the FCT had grown from barely 46 billion naira in 2017 to 124 billion naira in 2022, representing an over 270% increase, adding that the service was optimistic that it could generate 250 billion naira with the support of the staff of the FCTA, the National Assembly, and other key shareholders. On the foreign scene, the Eurostop Court ruled on Thursday that moves by football governing bodies, UEFA and FIFA, to stifle the creation of a rival Super League had broken EU law. The FIFA and UEFA rules are making any new interclub football projects subject to their prior approval, such as the Super League, and prohibiting clubs and players from playing in those competitions are unlawful, the European Court of Justice ruled. The summary of the written judgment stressed that its ruling does not necessarily mean that the Super League project should now be authorized, just that FIFA and UEFA have been abusing dominant position in the football markets. That's it on News Cycle, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times channel 276. Can you follow us across all social media platforms using at Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. And we are Mofwebe thanking you very specially for watching. Do remember to join us on News Express at 4 p.m. Nigerian time.